Welcome to DaVinci, where history is brought to light. Today, we delve into a crucial chapter of Cold War politics, the CIA's covert operation in the 1973 Chilean coup. Through the CIA, why did the United States support a coup in a distant South American country? What were the global implications? Let's unravel the story. Chile, a long, narrow country stretching along South America's western edge, became an unlikely battleground for global superpowers in the 20th century. To understand why, we must first look at the broader context of the Cold War. The Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension between the Soviet Union and the United States, polarized the world into two ideological camps, capitalism and communism. It wasn't just a fight with weapons, it was a battle of ideologies, influencing politics across the globe. In the heart of this global tension, Chile elected Salvador Allende as president in 1970. Allende was the first Marxist to come to power in a liberal democracy through open elections. Allende's vision was clear and transformative. He aimed to radically reshape Chile's society and economy based on socialist principles. His ambitious agenda included nationalizing key industries like copper mining, which was largely in the hands of foreign corporations. He sought to implement sweeping land reforms, redistributing land to the peasantry, and addressing deep-rooted inequalities. Allende also planned to enhance workers' rights and expand social welfare programs, redefining the relationship between the state and its citizens. Evaluating the success of Allende's socialist reforms is challenging, a point I'll delve into later. This difficulty largely stems from the significant external influence of economic sanctions imposed by the United States. Chile's shift towards socialism reverberated throughout the international political landscape. The United States, at the zenith of its Cold War paranoia, watched with growing concern. Washington feared that Allende's success could inspire similar movements throughout Latin America, potentially leading to a domino effect of countries turning to communism. This was a scenario the U.S. was desperate to avoid, as it sought to contain Soviet influence and maintain its own hegemony in the region. It set the stage for a series of covert actions aimed at destabilizing Allende's government and ultimately altering the course of Chilean history. The U.S. President Richard Nixon and his Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger, were determined to prevent any further spread of communism. They viewed Allende's election as a Soviet foothold in the Americas. In response, the Nixon administration orchestrated a series of clandestine operations through the CIA, targeting the destabilization of Allende's government. The CIA's strategy was multifaceted and insidious, with economic sabotage playing a pivotal role. The U.S. exerted its considerable influence to isolate Chile economically. Access to vital international financial markets was restricted, and foreign aid crucial to Chile's development was abruptly cut off. This economic strangulation had far-reaching impacts on Chile's economy, leading to skyrocketing inflation, shortages of essential goods, and increasing public discontent. The U.S. aimed to erode public support for Allende's government by destabilizing Chile's economic foundations. The strategy was to create a climate of social and political unrest, stoking tensions and discontent. This, the U.S. hoped, would compel the Chilean military to intervene against Allende, thus correcting the course of Chilean politics in favor of U.S. interests. The stakes were high, and the geopolitical chess game played by the Nixon administration was set to have profound and lasting consequences for Chile and its people. On September 11, 1973, the Chilean military, led by General Augusto Pinochet, overthrew Allende's government in a violent coup. Allende died under controversial circumstances, and Pinochet established a military dictatorship that lasted for 17 years. The aftermath was brutal and controversial. Pinochet's regime became infamous for severe human rights violations, including torture, enforced disappearances, and the suppression of political opposition. However, there is a notable faction that looks back favorably on Pinochet for stabilizing Chile's economy and setting the groundwork for subsequent economic growth during his tenure. The CIA's role in supporting the coup became a controversial subject as well. It raises questions about U.S. intervention in foreign countries, particularly the ethics and consequences of intervention in foreign democracies. Decades later, declassified documents revealed the extent of the CIA's involvement. While the U.S. government initially denied any direct role in the coup, These documents painted a different picture, showing a concerted effort to prevent Allende's socialist policies from taking root. The papers detailed how the CIA funneled funds to opposition groups, orchestrated propaganda campaigns to turn public opinion against Allende, and even planned possible scenarios for a military coup. The Chilean coup is a reminder of the complexities of Cold War politics. It exemplifies how ideological battles between superpowers were often fought in far-off lands, affecting the lives of millions. Today, Chile remembers the coup as a dark chapter in its history. Memorials for the victims stand as a testament to the enduring impact of international politics on local destinies. This episode shed light on a pivotal moment in history: the CIA's support for the 1973 Chilean coup. Understanding our past helps us navigate the complexities of the present. Join us next time as we explore another fascinating chapter of history. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights.